Hi, and welcome to Paper Route Scrapbooking. I'm Nadine, and today I'm starting with a sketch from the 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life, Series 18. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm starting with a sketch from Series 18 of 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. All of the sketches are sent to Christy specifically to be used for the series. If you like to be inspired by sketches, you can find all the sketches from all 18 series in the Albums section of Christy's Facebook group called 30 Days of Sketches with Christy's Beautiful Life. You can find the link to that in the description of this video, along with a link to a collaborative playlist where scrappy YouTubers who are using the sketches from the series can add their videos. Then viewers like you can watch a variety of interpretations of each sketch. Today is day 22, and our sketch creator is Fatima Avila. I did not find Fatima online, so if you know where to find her, please let me know so I can give her some props. I am again working with my photos that were printed before I got my photo printer, so they're all printed in 4x6 and 4x4. This one is a 4x6. It is what I'm going to be working with today. And Fatima's sketch is double page, but I'm just going to do this side of the sketch for today. So we'll just maybe tuck that in here so we can still see the sketch. And I pulled out this lumberjack collection for this photo. I have the Let's Lumberjack and Little Lumberjack, and they're just all mixed together. And then I also have this Close to My Heart one squished in there. So I actually chose my background sheet from my Close to My Heart papers, which is this wood grain. And I think I'm going to mount it on this black cardstock. And then I grabbed some of the scraps because I want to layer up these pieces here using the scraps from that bundle that I pulled out instead of cutting into something 12 by 12. And so let's start by cutting off the branding strip for this one. This one, like I said, is a Close to My Heart wood grain. There is my branding strip. I'm going to cut another one that is a 1/2 inch so that we can have a 11.5 by 11.5 paper, and we're just going to mount that onto this black cardstock. So put that to the side. And I'm going to ink everything today in Black Soot Distress ink. There we have our base of our layout. Now I feel like we have that background area taken care of, and so next I want this piece here. So I have some options. I have some gingham wood grain, maybe not the 4x6s. This one's too narrow, I think. We could do this black plaid pattern, not the 4x6s. We could do this axe. Oh, that's kind of a good idea. But I don't know how I feel about the white on white. Ooh, I like that too. Okay. I think these ones are too small. So maybe one of these two. Or I also liked this one. Let's see. I think I'm going to go with the red. I like it. Okay, so we're going to do red. I think I'm just gonna cut it where that little like circle looks like it was punched out of there. Oh look, the sun is visiting us. Gotta like that. I actually had to close my window because the neighbors are mowing their lawn, and I'm like, ugh, timing. I'm sure we all work similar hours. We gotta get things done, right? Okay, so I think that way, right? Okay, and then what's next on our little sketch here? So then I want this kind of framed piece. I think I'm going to do maybe a 5x7, and then I can always cut it down if it's too big. Yeah, that's good. I like that because this guy was actually carved from a stump that was already like in the ground still when it was carved. It's not obviously anymore, but when the guy carved it, that's where it was. So here we go. And then we have some kind of strip across the bottom. And I was looking at using from this close to my heart sheet. I think I'm going to use this axe piece, but I'm going to wait until I have some things tacked down. And I think this is going to be my title here, You're a Legend, because this guy's been around since the 1940s. So that's a pretty long time for a wooden structure to last. Especially when the guy wasn't a sculptor or anything. He was just like out there working on the road crew, and in his spare time he saw this stump and he was like, I could carve something out of that. He thought it kind of already resembled a man's face. So anyway, yeah, so I thought that was kind of cool. Okay, so we will start there. I will just start inking things up and tacking them down. Okay, now we need our, border sticker, right? There we go. Oh, and then I need my title. I'm going to pop it up using some scrap chipboard pieces from an old it's like a paper pad, but it was a chipboard pad, and it had all these just different chipboard icons. There we go. So this is what it looked like after I popped all the things out of it. And I'm just using that as my dimension, to add dimension behind there. So there's that. And then I have my little journaling strip. It's not little. It says, Woodenhead was carved with nothing but a double-bladed axe and a chisel by Peter Fiocco when he was working with the construction crew of the Big Bend Highway in the 1940s. While he worked on it, the stump was still anchored to the ground by its roots. Peter was surprised when the supervising engineer of the crew asked if they could move it to the bend in the highway where Woodenhead stood for 2 decades, with a sign that read, Don't be wooden-headed, drive carefully, you'll live to enjoy the scenery. In the 1960s, Woodenhead was moved into the town of Revelstoke, BC, as the highway developed and grew. And in 2005, the carving was restored and declared a heritage artifact. The municipality even built a shelter over this beloved icon to preserve Woodenhead for years to come. I thought that was a really cute little story, so I wanted to share with you guys. I do love my roadside attractions. I love learning about them. I love finding them. Some of them have fun stories like this that are really worth telling. Other ones are just like art installations, you know. So there we go. So now I have my journaling on there. What else am I gonna add? I need my date, so I stamped my date on a little label, printable label. That can go up here. Or do I want it a little bit higher? Do I want it up here? No, I like it better here. Here. There we go. Okay. So we have our photo journaling, title, and date. All of the major things are there. We're just going to do a little bit of embellishing. So I have gone through, I have like all the things for these 2 collections. So I kind of went through, and I don't have anything off of here that I would use except for maybe that little piece. This I'm not going to use. I have enamel dots for this collection, so we can use those at the end. And then I just pulled out, I went through all of those packs before I turned on the camera, and I just went through and picked out things that I thought could potentially be embellishments. So this one I think is going to be too big because I want to embellish here, here, and maybe a little bit over here. So this one's too big. Maybe this one instead. That one, no, I don't need that one. I do like the idea of adding another frame, but this one's too much like the red. We have these little banner pieces. They're kind of cute. That one again is a bit too close. Adventure Awaits is another option. Again, that one's too big. Out in the Woods might be okay. Too big again. There's this one, but if I'm going to put it here, it's too similar, so we're not going to use that. Let's see, what else do we have that's kind of bigger? Be courageous doesn't really fit with my story. Explore more, I like that too. Explore more, adventure awaits. I do like the axes. Sawdust is man glitter. Okay, maybe. Adventure. Woodsman chop drop configuring wild forests. I don't like the red on reds. We're going to skip that one. That means this one's out as well. Explore. No. Again with the red on red. Here again we have let's go explore. Go see explore. Here's a different size. Okay, so maybe some of those could go up there. We have this little, this is punched out of a patterned paper, so this could go somewhere. And maybe this one. What's on the B side? Because that's not very, oh, there we go. Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay, so I punched those out of some patterned paper. Wander. Perhaps. Happy trails. I don't know, maybe. Like he watches over the highway, so does that explore the world? I like that too. Okay, bold. Having fun out in the woods. Again with the red on red, probably not. Grab your axes. Okay. Oh, all right. So let's see. We have these ones, but I like that color the best. So we're going to go with that. Up here, let's go with, okay, or maybe this one. I like the white. Okay, we'll skip these ones then. Wander, again with the red on red. Sawdust is man glitter. Maybe. One of those two. And then what about up here? So we don't want the red on red. We don't want the oddly shaped version, but we could do these three. No, I don't like it because then it gives it like 4 corners and I'm not loving that. So what I could do though is take this odd shaped one and add it down here. Okay. Do I want this piece? No. All right, so I think we're done with this tray. I can bring in some of our sticker sheets. Let's see. Oops, throwing stuff on the floor. I do love the arrows. Those are good pieces. And then we have I like this one that says nice work. Could I put it up here? No, I like it here. Nice work. Okay. This one is Little Lumberjack. I kind of like this stump sticker. It goes with my story. And this one says cut in the woods, which is kind of cool. And then this one is from Let's Lumberjack. And I like this double-bladed axe because it's part of the story too. And it could go up in this little spot. I like this one because we were definitely in the mountains. And I like the circle element. And then I do kind of like these like little mini circle elements. So maybe I'll get one on there too. Okay, and I think that I'm just gonna tack those down now because I feel like I found all of the things that are going to go well with this particular layout. And we can start inking and gluing and getting all the things in place. Tuck that right in that little groove there. Okay. So I think all I want to add to this layout now is some enamel dots, which I have right here. And I'm thinking, because the whole row of gray is still intact, that maybe we should go with that. And right there. Okay. So this is the completed layout for today, and I hope you're feeling inspired. There will be a close-up shot of the layout and a couple of detail shots at the end of the video. I also like to post my layouts on Instagram and over on my Facebook page, so I would love to see you over there as well. And a big thank you to Christy for putting on another series of 30 Days of Sketches, and to our sketch creator today, who is Fatima Avila. And again, if you know where to find her, sharing her scrappy fun online, please let me know so I can go give her a thank you and a shout out. And if you are here from the 30 Days of Sketches playlist, thank you so much for spending time on my channel. I really hope that you enjoyed the video, and I hope to see you again. That's it for today. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you have any questions or comments, just leave them down below and I'll get back to you just as soon as I can. Have a great day, everyone. Bye for now.